Greetings, dear readers. Imagine standing at the edge of your day, staring at the vast expanse of time ahead, knowing that every decision you make will either move you forward or pull you into the abyss of distraction. Picture a life where your attention is your greatest currency and every moment you invest is a choice between progress and stagnation. Now ask yourself, how often do you feel truly in control of your time? How frequently do you end the day with the deep satisfaction of having done what truly mattered? If the answers elude you, if the weight of constant busyness drowns your sense of accomplishment, then this book, 18 Minutes, Find Your Focus, Master Distraction, and Get the Right Things Done by Peter Bregman, is your guiding light. It is not just a book, it is a philosophy, a method, a transformative approach to reclaiming your time and focus. It is a clarion call to those who feel overwhelmed by the relentless tide of emails, meetings, and obligations, urging them to pause, realign, and move with intention. Consider the paradox of modern productivity. We are always busy, yet often unfulfilled. Our to-do lists overflow, yet our most important goals languish in neglect. We check tasks off, but do they bring us closer to our true purpose? Bregman offers a radical yet elegantly simple antidote, just 18 minutes a day. This small investment, when applied with discipline and strategy, can rewire your entire approach to work and life, ensuring that you are not merely active, but truly effective. But let's step back and ask, why does focus elude us? Why do distractions wield such power over our best intentions? The truth is, we live in an age where attention is under siege. The digital world beckons with endless notifications, and the sheer velocity of modern work makes it nearly impossible to pause and reflect. Yet, as Bregman argues, it is precisely in these pauses that our greatest power lies. The ability to stop, recalibrate, and steer our energy in the right direction is the difference between being consumed by life and truly mastering it. The brilliance of 18 Minutes lies in its actionable framework. Bregman doesn't just theorize. He equips you with a daily ritual that consists of brief yet potent moments of reflection and redirection. With laser precision, he shows you how to identify your top priorities, eliminate distractions, and ensure that every hour of your day aligns with your larger goals. He breaks down the chaos of modern work into manageable steps, making productivity an achievable art rather than an overwhelming aspiration. And here's the true magic of this book. It doesn't demand radical overhauls or impossible self-discipline. It thrives on small, consistent changes, those tiny pivots that, over time, lead to monumental transformations. Imagine the compounding effect of 18 minutes a day spent wisely. Imagine a life where each day's end brings not exhaustion, but fulfillment, where your energy is directed toward what truly matters, rather than being siphoned away by the trivial and the urgent. So, as you turn the pages of this book, prepare to embark on a journey of profound clarity. Let Bregman's insights challenge the way you think about time. Let his wisdom strip away the noise and illuminate the path to mastery over distraction. This is more than a guide. It is an invitation to reclaim your time, refocus your mind, and finally, get the right things done. Welcome to 18 Minutes. Your transformation begins now. Part 1 Summary of 18 Minutes. Find Your Focus, Master Distraction, and Get the Right Things Done by Peter Bregman. Dear readers, thinkers, dreamers, and doers, lend me your ears. Imagine waking up every day, armed with passion and purpose, ready to conquer your to-do list, only to find yourself drowning in distractions, running in circles, and finishing the day wondering, what did I actually accomplish? You are not alone. We live in a world that demands our attention from every direction, pulling us away from what truly matters. But today, we take back control. Peter Bregman's 18 Minutes is not just another book on productivity. No, my friends, this is a battle plan, a strategy for mastering distraction, honing focus, and getting the right things done. And it all starts here in Part 1, Pause, where we step back, clear the noise, and set the stage for greatness. Chapter 1. We can't do it all, and we shouldn't try. Let's face it, we are not superheroes. We cannot and should not try to do everything. The hard truth? Busyness is not the same as effectiveness. Bregman makes it clear, the problem isn't that we don't have enough time. The problem is how we use the time we have. We are bombarded with endless choices, emails, meetings, social media, obligations, until our days feel like an endless cycle of putting out fires. But what if we approached our lives differently? What if we focused on what truly matters instead of trying to do it all? And so, the first step is pause. Take a breath. Stop the frantic rush. Reflect. What is truly important? Chapter 2. The power of the pause. Why slowing down propels us forward. Think about a professional athlete. Before they make a game-winning move, what do? They pause. A tennis player pauses before serving. A basketball player pauses before shooting. A musician pauses before striking the first note. And yet, in life, we rush from one task to the next without ever stopping to think. We react instead of acting with intention. This, my friends, is where we go wrong. Bregman argues that success isn't about working harder, it's about working smarter. And to work smarter, we must build the habit of pausing. What does this pause look like? It's taking a step back before diving into your day. It's asking yourself, is this the best use of my time? It's resisting the urge to immediately reply to every email, every request, every demand. Because when we pause, we gain clarity. And with clarity, we can finally focus on what truly drives us forward. Chapter 3. The 4 elements of a meaningful life. Now, let's get to the heart of the matter. What should we focus on? If we are to eliminate distractions and prioritize effectively, we must define what matters most. Bregman presents 4 elements that create a meaningful, fulfilling, and effective life. 1. Doing work that truly matters, work that excites you, drives you, and makes an impact. 2. Strengthening important relationships, the people in your life who lift you up, challenge you, and make life richer. 3. Making a difference, contributing to something bigger than yourself. 4. Enjoying the journey, not just achieving, but truly living and appreciating the process. Think about your life right now. Where are you spending your time? Are you focused on these 4 elements, or are you caught up in distractions? To master our focus, we must align our daily actions with what truly matters. Chapter 4. Distraction is the enemy of greatness. In this modern world, distraction is our greatest enemy. Emails, social media, meetings, notifications, endless obligations. Each one steals our time, our most precious resource, without us even realizing it. But here's the kicker. Most distractions aren't forced upon us. We invite them in. We check our phones out of habit. We attend meetings that could have been emails. We say yes to requests we don't even want to do. Bregman lays it out. If we want to achieve greatness, we must become ruthless with our focus. We must eliminate distractions before they steal our energy. Chapter 5. The 18-minute rule, a game changer for productivity. And now we arrive at the secret weapon, the 18-minute rule. This simple yet powerful technique will revolutionize how you approach your day. Here's how it works. 1. At the start of the day, 5 minutes pause. Plan. Define your priorities. 2. Throughout the day, 1 minute per hour stop. Reflect. Are you on track? 3. At the end of the day, 5 minutes review. Learn. What worked? What didn't? That's it. Just 18 minutes a day to regain control of your life. Why does this work? Because it creates awareness. It keeps you focused on what matters. It prevents distraction from taking over. Chapter 6. The courage to say no. My friends, here lies the hardest truth of all. You cannot focus on what matters if you don't learn to say a no. Most of us are people pleasers. We don't want to disappoint. So we say yes to extra work, to obligations, to things we don't even care about, and then we wonder why we have no time left for what truly matters. Bregman challenges us to be bold, to be selective, to say yes to what aligns with our purpose, and no to everything else. He gives us the ultimate weapon, a polite, firm, and strategic no. I'd love to help, but my schedule won't allow it. I appreciate the offer, but I have to focus on other priorities. Thank you for thinking of me, but I can't commit to this right now. Because when you say no to distractions, you say yes to your goals. Final thoughts on part 1. The power of pause. And so, my friends, we have arrived at a crossroads. You have 2 choices. 1. Continue the cycle of distraction. Let the noise consume your day. Stay busy, but never truly effective. 2. Take back control. Pause. Reflect. Choose what truly matters. This is the foundation of 18 minutes. It's not about doing more, it's about doing the right things. So I ask you, are you ready to stop reacting and start leading your life with intention? Because if you are, then stay with me. For in part 2, we dive even deeper into the art of focus, mastering productivity, and unlocking your full potential. The journey has only just begun. Part 2 summary of 18 minutes. In part 1, we uncovered the power of pausing, stepping back, eliminating distractions, and focusing on what truly matters. We discovered that we don't need more time. We need more clarity. And with the 18-minute rule, we took the first step toward intentional living. But now, the real work begins. Welcome to part 2. What is this year about? This is where we sharpen our focus, define our priorities, and build a roadmap for a life well lived. If you've ever felt like your days are filled with endless to-do lists but little progress, this is your turning point. Because, my friends, success doesn't happen by accident. It happens by design. Chapter 7. The Power of 5. Choosing your focus areas. Let me ask you a question. If you could only focus on 5 things this year, just 5, what would they be? Not 10, not 20, 5. Bregman lays down a challenge. Stop trying to do everything. Focus on what matters most. He suggests dividing your life into 5 key focus areas that align with your long-term goals. These could be 1. Career advancement, mastering your craft, achieving professional success. 2. Health and wellness, prioritizing your physical and mental well-being. 3. Relationships, strengthening your bonds with family, friends, and loved ones. For personal growth, learning, reading, evolving as a person. 5. Making an impact, giving back, creating something meaningful. Why 5? Because it forces you to prioritize. It makes you choose what truly matters, instead of spreading yourself thin. Now, take a moment. What are your 5? Chapter 8. The 95% Trap. Why we fail to stick to our goals. We all start with good intentions. We say, this year, I will focus. And yet, within weeks, days, even we're back to old habits. Why? Because we are easily seduced by the 95% trap. Bregman explains, 5% of the things we do truly move the needle. They are the hard, meaningful tasks that demand focus. But 95%? They are urgent but unimportant, emails, pointless meetings, distractions disguised as productivity. The problem? We love the 95% because it keeps us busy. It feels good to check off tasks, to stay in motion. But motion is not the same as progress. To stay on track, we must fight the pull of the 95% and commit to the 5% that truly matters. Chapter 9. Defining your annual theme. A compass for the year. Now, let's take it a step further. If you had to describe this year in one sentence, what would it be? This is the year I become a leader in my industry. This is the year I rebuild my health and strength. This is the year I cultivate deep, meaningful relationships. Bregman calls this your annual theme, a guiding principle for every decision you make. Because when you know what your year is about, you stop getting sidetracked by things that don't align with your mission. So, Ask yourself, what is your year about? Chapter 10. The Daily Battle. Winning the War Against Distraction. My friends, even with the best of intentions, we still face our greatest enemy, distraction. We make a plan and then ding, a notification appears. An email arrives. A request lands on our desk. And just like that, our focus is gone. Bregman reminds us, we must protect our time like a warrior protects their kingdom. Here's how. Start your day with intention. Don't open your inbox first thing in the morning. Instead, start with a task from your 5% priorities. Use the 18-minute rule. Every hour, check in with yourself. Am I still on track? Block distractions before they happen. Silence notifications, set boundaries, and create a workspace that fuels focus. Say no more often. If it doesn't align with your focus, let it go. Because every distraction you eliminate is time reclaimed for what truly matters. Chapter 11. The Myth of Multitasking. Why Focus Wins Every Time. Let's settle this once and for all. Multitasking is a lie. Studies prove it. When we try to do multiple things at once, we do them all poorly. Switching tasks reduces efficiency by up to 40%. Yet we still fool ourselves. We check our phones while working. We answer emails while listening to meetings. We juggle a million things, thinking we're being productive. Bregman's advice? Stop multitasking. Start focusing. Single task with intensity. When you work, really work. No distractions. No half measures. Use time blocks. Set aside dedicated time for deep work, free from interruptions. Respect your brain's limits. It takes 23 minutes to refocus after a distraction, so eliminate the need to refocus in the first place. When you focus, you move faster. When you move faster, you achieve more in less time. Chapter 12. The 18-Minute Master Plan. A Daily Routine for Success. And now, my friends, we bring it all together with the ultimate game plan, a daily routine that will keep you focused, productive, and unstoppable. 1. Start your day, 5 minutes. Review your 5 focus areas. Set intentions for the day. What must get done? Ask yourself, what will make today a success? 2. Stay on track, 1 minute every hour. Pause. Check in. Am I focused on my priorities? If not, course correct immediately. 3. End your day, 5 minutes. Reflect. What worked? What didn't? Celebrate progress. Adjust for tomorrow. Just 18 minutes a day, and you will transform your productivity, your focus, and your life. Final thoughts on Part 2, Designing Your Year with Intention. And so, we stand at another crossroads. Will you keep drifting, letting distractions dictate your life? Or will you take control, define your priorities, eliminate the noise, and focus on what truly matters? The choice is yours. Because in Part 3, we take things to the next level. We master execution, energy, and momentum. We don't just plan our goals, we make them happen. So stay with me, my friends, because greatness is just around the corner. Part 3 Summary of 18 Minutes. We have walked the path of awareness. We have designed a year with intention. But knowing what to do is only half the battle. Now it is time to execute. This is where many falter. They make grand plans, set ambitious goals, but then life happens. They get distracted, overwhelmed, stuck in the never-ending loop of busyness. But not us. Not today. Because in Part 3, Mastering Your Day, the Art of Focused Execution, we take the leap from thinking to doing. We build momentum, conquer procrastination, and turn our focus into a force of nature. Are you ready? Chapter 13. The Execution Gap. Why we struggle to follow through. Have you ever noticed how easy it is to start something, but how difficult it is to finish? That book you meant to read. That project you were excited about. That fitness plan you swore you'd stick to. We begin with enthusiasm, but lose steam halfway through. This, my friends, is the execution gap, the space between intention and action. Bregman reveals the culprit. We set big, long-term goals, but we don't make them actionable. A goal like write a book or get in shape is too vague. It doesn't tell us what to do next. And when we don't know the next step, we stall. The solution? Break it down. Instead of write a book, commit to writing 500 words today. Instead of get in shape, schedule 3 30-minute workouts this week. Instead of grow my business, reach out to 3 potential clients today. Execution is not about thinking big, it's about acting small, consistently. Chapter 14, The Energy Paradox. Why Focus Requires Rest. Let's talk about something unexpected. Rest. Yes, you heard me right. In a world obsessed with hustle culture, we have been taught that success comes from working harder, longer, and faster. But here's the truth. Your brain is not designed to focus all day. Science tells us. Our brains work in 90-minute cycles of peak focus, followed by a natural dip. Willpower is finite. The more decisions we make, the weaker it gets. Working without breaks leads to burnout, not productivity. So what's the solution? The power of strategic pauses. Bregman urges us to schedule deliberate breaks throughout the day. This isn't wasting time, it's recharging focus. Work in 90-minute sprints, then take a 10 to 15-minute break. Step away from screens. Go for a walk, meditate, breathe. Fuel your brain, drink water, eat healthy, move your body. Because rested minds focus better. And when you protect your energy, you execute with precision and power. Chapter 15, The Fear Barrier. Overcoming procrastination and perfectionism. Now, my friends, we come face to face with the greatest enemy of execution. Fear. Fear of failure. Fear of imperfection. Fear of starting. Have you ever delayed a task because it wasn't the right time? Have you ever waited for motivation to strike? This is the trap of perfectionism. We tell ourselves, I'll start when I have more time. Or I need to do more research before I begin. Or it's not ready yet. I need to refine it more. But the truth? There is never a perfect time. There is only now. The 5-minute rule. Trick your brain into action. Bregman offers a simple but powerful hack. If you're procrastinating, commit to working on the task for just 5 minutes. Not an hour. Not a full session. Just 5 minutes.
Why?
Because starting is the hardest part. Once you begin, momentum takes over. And before you know it, you're in the zone. So, next time you catch yourself hesitating, say, I'll do it for just 5 minutes. And watch the magic happen. Chapter 16, The Distraction Cure. How to Protect Your Focus. Distraction is the silent killer of productivity. It sneaks in through our phones, our inboxes, our endless notifications. It whispers, just check Instagram for a second, and before we know it, we've lost an hour. Bregman reminds us, distraction is not harmless. It's a thief. It steals our time, our energy, and our momentum. How to take back control. Turn off notifications. Your phone is a tool, not a master. Create focus zones. Set specific times when you work without interruption. Use the do not disturb method. Let others know when you are in deep work mode. Batch communication. Instead of checking emails all day, do it at set times, e.g., 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Because every time you stop to check a message, you're derailing your train of thought. Guard your focus fiercely. It is your greatest asset. Chapter 17, The 18-Minute Master Plan. Turning focus into a daily ritual. And now, my friends, we arrive at the grand finale. The system that brings everything together. The 18-minute ritual, a simple yet powerful habit that will keep you on track every single day. 1. Start your day 5 minutes. Review your 5 focus areas. Identify 3 key tasks for the day. Ask yourself, what will make today a success? 2. Stay on track 1 minute every hour. Set an alarm for every hour. When it rings, pause and ask, am I still focused on what matters? If not, course correct immediately. 3. End your day 5 minutes. Reflect. What worked? What didn't? Adjust for tomorrow. Celebrate small wins. Because success is not about big, dramatic changes. It's about small, consistent actions. Final thoughts, the road ahead. And so, we stand at the end of this journey. We have discovered the power of focus. We have designed a year with intention. We have learned how to execute with precision. But now comes the greatest challenge of all. Will you apply what you've learned? Because, my friends, knowledge is only potential power. Real power comes from action. Start small. Stay consistent. Guard your focus like your life depends on it. Because in the end, the difference between those who dream and those who achieve is simple. One takes action. The other waits. So the choice is yours. Will you wait? Or will you take the first step today? Thanks for listening to Book Buzz reviews and summaries. Please like, subscribe, and click the bell icon to get new video updates.